Hey there, a huge thank you to all the names on screen right now, the renegades who click the join button down below and contribute to the channel financially. Hugely appreciate that, my friends. Also, if you do enjoy the content, please consider clicking that like button, subscribing and ringing that bell to help support the content grow even further. We also stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. Enjoy the show, my friends. Hey there, welcome back tonight. I'm Suffer of Let's Suffer Together, back in the mountains, my friends. So, as you can see, that's a Omega SawBlade. Not something you would normally have during the very starting moments of the video game, but you may have come across it in your own travels. So today, we're going to explore the Omega SawBlade and how you can make it a little bit safer. But we, just for clarity's sake, we've given ourselves all seeing eye, 80 extra lives, unlimited spells, edit, and a little bit of faster movement. I could stand here and, you know, do it all day, but I'm going to actually, you know, show you the very basic SawBlade versus enemies, and of course, no homing, no modifiers on it, just straight with SawBlade. Of course, at a certain distance, it doesn't even home it. And it will chase you around, destroying terrain. It's not the worst thing to avoid, but if an enemy shoots you and you don't have no more knockback, you're gonna get, you know, sword a little bit. Woo! I mean, it's good for movement. Like, you know, when you dodge the SawBlade, it's really good. To actually, you know, learn how to dodge it. It'll help you learn how to dodge other things, right? So, on its own, all it does is shoot out. Well, I don't think it homes. Nope. It doesn't home in on enemies automatically. So, there's only one instance where you'd really want to, and you wouldn't even really want to, use the Omega SawBlade on its own. Now, if you go up against Pit Boss, because he copies spells, and only because he copies spells, that's pretty much the only reason why you'd want to. And I think we can just quickly show it, hopefully, without getting polyed, why you might want to consider, even if you don't have a trigger timer or anything like that. You know, we have all this. I'm going to long distance cast it, just for, you know, a little bit of safety's sake. Long distance cast for a controller user is roughly about where my cursor is. That's the rough amount of distance I'll get, so this is a nice little thing. But one of the reasons why you'd want to use this, don't run away from me, you prick, is to saw that guy, and he will copy them then. Luckily, only the original one will follow you. All the others will come at you, but they'll stop in midair, which is very nice. The SawBlade is supreme against this dude. It churned him up so quick. Ripped him apart. When he copies it, though, you don't want to be anywhere close to him, so you probably want a timer or trigger it. Nah, nice little timer, right? Gets a bit more distance. Ow. But it still comes back to you. So, of course, you always want to shoot the SawBlade as far away from you as possible, and as close to the enemy as possible, right? So timer and triggers are always going to help with that. The great thing about a trigger is, if you don't actually hit a target, nothing actually comes back to you. You know, you have to actually hit a target. Problem is, of course, if you fire a very fast-firing wand with a trigger, and you know, it's very hard just to fire one shot. But there is one simple thing you can do, even without triggers and timers, to make this safe. It is the greatest thing known to humanity. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sure I picked one up. I'm sure I gave myself one. Oh well, we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way. It spells. Luckily, I know what it's called. Well, this is why I kept this on. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, I probably didn't give myself one. NOLA. So, if you give yourself NOLA and attach it to the Omega SawBlade with a timer, so again, I could do it. In fact, I'll do it without the timer and show you exactly why you might want to do this. Now, I've given myself ones that will perform. You know, they will always perform. It will be on you to, you know, count the amount of mana drain and stuff like that, so you are aware of, and, you know, use add mana, use chainsaws, use you know, reduce recharge times to get this firing as fast as possible to be able to do this. I want it faster. I thought it would be faster than that, to be honest. But yeah, a noit'ed SawBlade is very, very, very safe to use and is often exceptional for digging. Ah, we have another, so let's just, Really? Really? There we go. And so this is the noit'ed SawBlade. You get a bit of pushback as well. I don't really want that pushback, so... recoil dampener. Now we have no recoil, and I can dig for days, making it an excellent makeshift digging tool. As well, right, if I can just quickly go back to the enemies, I'll go down to Snowy. You know, it'll be quicker, probably. Oh, what's it? Isn't it a nice little, This is why you want to kill the pit boss. Pure ones, son. And I do like this effect, though, the SawBlades. It shows they'll never hurt you. If you have Nola attached to them, I'm going to do some science in a second, because I've never done this before, to see if I can reduce the lifetime enough. Because these are incredibly hard to find, actually. You know, it'll have to really go out of your way to find more than 4. So I'm going to limit myself to 4 and see if we can use the SawBlade. Once I've shown you why you might want to use Nola, even on an offensive capability, right? Come here, mate. Good. Don't worry about my extra lives. You see, it kills them. Uko, bro, how you doing, man? I can dig away, you know? Kill them. Charge right into them. It's beautiful. And even on a timer, that concept still works. I will run out of mana, but luckily... So I can, you know, as a timer, dig down. One problem, I don't have much mana. However, give me a second. Oh, I just give myself a load of add mana. Like an unreasonable amount. Because if it never runs out of mana, of course, that's a benefit into itself, right? This will slow down the wand, but I'm probably okay with... Yeah, as long as it's after. No, I'll need to put the SawBlade after the mana, but the timer before the mana. There's a good reason for that. So we've now got a, you know, a very nice SawBlade, which will never hurt me. And it's actually, you know, I can just run into... Oh, thanks. And just run into them now, instead, while digging. And they will die instantly. Trigger would probably be better, so let's have a gander at trigger now, you know? Because I now have to hit the enemy, but of course, because it fires so rapidly. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't surprise me like that, sir. But the actual terrain destruction... Because it's a trigger, as soon as it hits a target or terrain, it will launch a nice little SawBlade, which does, even for 1 tick, because the shot only exists for 1 frame, which is not enough to hurt you, ever, in any situation. I'm pretty sure. You go, oh, I'm sorry, don't fall into the acid, bro. Hey, no one want that for you. But right, can we now just, instead of the Nola, reduce the lifetime of it? These cost 10 mana, but they do reduce cast delay, so that's quite nice. And we have a load of mana on the wand. Again, no you cannot. Whoa. So the real problem you've got is the lifetime. Now, if I had a repulsion field, I could stay still. And the saw would... have a harder time hitting me. The problem is the actual... Oh, I'm broken. Oh, shit! I forgot. So a repulsion can repulse these, and I'll show you at the very end, because I wanted to show you a run without repulsion first. So these should be on the... I'm damn sure these are actually on the SawBlade. But they're not really reducing the lifetime that much. You know, those are lasting considerable time. So you're never really going to find more than 4. So it's not really, you know, a thing. And I should probably put Nola back on, right? If I wanted to kill people. Or... come here, mate. There you go. If you know how to use it, you know. We'll stand there, Uko. So, we've done that. They're fine. Put them back in the old... How about, you know, horizontal barriers and shit like that? If you never fire in a cardinal direction again, is this possible? One would assume so. But this is a trigger, so I'm going to put it back on a timer just because it's a lot easier to... Beautiful. So you can. They are kind of working their way down slightly. They're separating. They will try and follow you, but if you want defense above and below... Whoops a daisy. You know, and you can fly... You could do... Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, no. That is amazing, though. And they will eventually kind of coalesce. Ooh, I made that one once. Yeah, if you want a wall of death, yeah, don't mind, you know, paying the price a little bit for yourself. That'd be a nice little wall of death there. And you could literally just, you know, for above and below, destroy entire, you know, bits of terrain safely. So, of course... The old horizontal path works. How about linear arc? The problem is these things go diagonal. You can see the difference in movement though, and it... Yeah, that's probably not a good idea, right? Especially since, you know, you probably won't be firing this many. Don't worry, I've got so many extra lives, it should be alright. Why would you only fire a few? Again, they have a harder time getting to you. Like, in fact, if I stand still... They just slowly... Did you notice what they're doing now? Ow. It was a bit more slowly, kind of trying to circle in on me. But it found it hard, and it was only slowly, you know, doing so. I wonder if I can replicate it again. Yeah. If I just stand here now, it's slowly, like, getting in. But only slowly. Ping pong path, my friends. Now we've had some great love and trust in ping pong path, but is it? Nope. Oh, that. How come only the first one is ping pong? Maybe our entire bit of science for certain things. If only one is ping ponging, I don't get it. Is it? Oh, is it because it's wrapping? We don't want this to wrap at all. In fact, we take that off and we take this off while we're sciencing them. And these should all ping pong. I'm not sure why it isn't. Or why it shouldn't be. You see, oh, a few of them did there. Maybe they can only ping pong in certain situations. Because you saw one ping pong. Yeah, that's ping pong. And then it... Yeah, that's weird, that. Inconsistent, we shall say. Very inconsistent. I would not advise using that. How about downwards Larper, right? With Nola. You know? Where's my Nola? There it is. Because downward Larper makes a projectile cast copies of itself with a downward trajectory. Unfortunately, it doesn't work because Nola's in the way. This is going to be problematic if the Larpered contents actually come at me also. And they do. Oh, dearie me. That's kind of excessive. And they still come to you. So the thing is, you can't modify a modifier. That is the general rule of Noita. Any modified stuff. So the saw blades that come from the LARP itself, you can modify this saw blade that you shoot and create. But anything that is created from a modifier, you cannot modify. You know? So the copy trail as well. If I made extra saw blades via the copy trail, they are unmodified. They have none of the modifiers that are on your wand. Now, one of the things we could do, explosive right? I am able to shoot the spark bolt with timer. I have an explosive detonator which deletes all projectiles on screen. It's too fast. Still too fast. Even with all this mana, goddamn. So of course we can't even get close enough to get the timer to do its job. However, Oh, my face! However, my friends, yeah, the remote det's not working. It's not getting rid of the previous instances. Unless this wand is just fucky, which it might be. Who knows? Wand building in Noita is an art, not a science. Yeah, the explosive det didn't work. Oh, it's off the trigger. Ah, okay. So if it's off the trigger, how though? Actually, no, it wouldn't be. The explosive det should have been separate. It's a static projectile, so I didn't have, say, a multicast here to get the Omega SawBlade and the det on. And it's only a one-cast wand, so... Problem is all these... Ah, no, that might work. Because that wand is a little bit less, kind of secure. So, if I shoot once... Where's my remote det? The remote det's not working. Unless it doesn't work on SawBlades. Which I don't see why. It's a projectile after all. I know there's a lot of castellate with it. But you don't see the telltale sign of the explosive det as well. That's really weird. Ah. Because obviously the explosive det is on the trigger now, so when I shoot at the ground with the trigger, it should delete them. Untrustworthy, we must say, the explosive det. Very untrustworthy. How about a shield? We'll get a few shields up, you know, see what we can do. We'll put the timer back on, and I can shoot through shields. Which is quite nice. I mean, there's only 2 of them. Can it just push through one, though? We'll see right here. Hey, the circular shielder will save your life. Like, really? Well, look at that. That is perfect. It will save you against multiple. Oh, okay, disappear. As long as... Right, you can stay in here and be absolutely fine. Well, as long as you're in the center, right? Say you put one on the floor. And do it. Ow, until it... Ah, right. The one thing you need to be careful about with the shields, they can only take so many hits. So you might want to refresh your shield. There's one thing that I'm going to do at the end, and it's going to involve infestation, the divide buys, and the source. It's going to be great. Stick around. Slither... Like, spiral arc. How about a spiral arc off a nice little timer? So we found things that definitely work, like Nola, of course, you know. That definitely works. Oh, shit. Something like a spiral, because, again, this has a natural tendency to come towards you. So any modifier of its actual movement... Gonna be pretty good. Oh, yes. How's spiral look? If I stay here, like, it's fire load. And if none come back to me while I'm stood here, you know, we're doing good work. Ow. That's fine. You know, I should have moved out of the way of that. But hey, a spiral arc is a positive. Ow. 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 Yeah, spiral arc is a positive if you... Say you had homing as well, you know? And you had a lot of enemies around. That would really work out quite well. I'll tell you what, though, spells to power. If I could do something a little different now. And put a trigger that put a timer that has spells to power. If I fire out a sword. Yeah, see this? See what I'm doing? I'm essentially using the spells to power on the second shot to eliminate. I forgot to take the spiral. It'll be better. So when it comes, you shoot again, and shoot again, shoot again, shoot again, shoot again, shoot again, shoot again, shoot. Oh, yeah. You'll need to be careful. As with all things, you're gonna have absolute safety with things like Nola or Steeball. Problem is, he has a shield. So every time I'm shooting, I'm creating more. You know, and if I'm hitting a target, especially, well, I'm sorry, what? So every time I'm shooting, I am making a spells to power. Huh. If I kept on doing this, could I keep on increasing the damage that shot does? Because spells to power takes the damage from the actual projectile you shoot. And if you keep on... Well, I should be stacking it, right? So it's good. It's definitely a strat you'll want to, you know, potentially use if Explosive Det just didn't work. I'm going to try Explosive Det on its own. Eventually, I might run out of lives. But there is something quite nice I can do if this thing wants to stop. The problem is, after I've shot, unless I shoot into midair and the trigger doesn't land, which it does, pretty much always. Yeah, I shouldn't really keep on firing. Let's just get that. I need a safe space. But yeah, if you teleport, a SawBlade will try and follow you. And the speed of the SawBlade will increase because you're further away. Right, so let me just try Explosive Det on a separate one, right? We'll just completely dismantle the idea of that previous one. Yeah, we can leave these. Is it me or is it just not working in general? Because it's a static projectile. It's not a modifier. It should work on its own. There's no reason for it not to work. Doesn't look like it is, though. I don't see why. It's only 50 mana. No. I'm going to check this Explosive Det with Steve, because I should be able to delete Steve's shots, but it doesn't have the classic look like it's working. Shoot me. Ow. Ooh, it is working. I have to work around a bit of fuckery there, because it's taking too long to recharge, so a lot of the times when I was being shot, it wasn't representative. Yeah, that's what Explosive Det does, basically. Just blows up the projectile before they can, you know, screw you. Yeah, it's firing faster now. Nice. So we can see it working. If Steve's shot blows up before it gets to me, like it is doing, that's Explosive Det working, and that works on pretty much most projectiles in the game. It's a great way of, you know, exploiting. We've seen videos on it in the past. We put out a good video a long time ago, a few months ago now, explaining Remote Det. It does not work. It does not work on the SawBlades. Explosive Det is a bust. Never use it, my friends. It's Nola. Or some of the horizontal shit, you know. Where's my Nola? Thank you very much. Let me out of it. Thank you. Steve's a menace. Oh, damn, bro. Yeah, Steve's an absolute menace, but again, Nola's always been pretty satisfying in this regard. Plus, we haven't even modified it, you know, in any way, shape, or form. We've given it no extra damage. You could always do that yourself. And see how, you know, see how it works in the first place, destroying people. What happens if I was to trigger? Can I trigger the SawBlade with the Det? Ow. Really doubt. How is it? Because it churns through terrain. How would it trigger? Maybe an add timer instead. Oh shit. No, I still got Nola on. I got excited for no reason. Nope. Even a trigger wouldn't really work there, I don't think, but we'll test it out. So, I've essentially turned the SawBlade into a timer or a trigger. I've turned it into a trigger now. So, again, when the SawBlades... again, they don't hit terrain, though. That's why I tried a timer in the first place. So you can't make them explode, explosively detonate. Which sucks a little bit, but... So Explosive Det can bugger off, you know? So can reduce lifetimes. We just know they don't work. Let's have a nice little list of things at the top that work. Ping pong doesn't work. You can use projectile transmutation fields. So, say I was, you know, shooting a load of these. For fuck's sake, I put Nola on it. That's actually not a bad idea, though. Hold on. I have Nola'd the projectile transmutation field, because it lasts a long time, right? Oh, if I can rapid fire this... Ooh. I'll need a bit more rapidness then. How the hell does that not work? I know it's got a lot of castellate and recharge time, but... Ah, it's the wrong wand. I remember now. Yeah, we'll turn this purple wand into a faster firing wand for things that need to be fasterly fired. Who teleported directly to me there? Right, so it's purple we want. Oh, I can take the infestation off. Imagine dividing by Nola. I'm sorry, what the fuck? All these sheep, you know, those were projectiles. So, alright. Yeah, this increases. Oh, there you go. Look at all the sheep. So what's happening here? I have a sheep maker. A permanent sheep maker for all of Noita. You know, if you like seeing sheep and ducks. What's happening there is I am literally creating stuff out of nothing. The projectile transmutation field, because I'm firing it so fast, even if it's got Nola on it, the projectile transmutation field gets launched, right? But the second one gets launched so fast, the first projectile transmutation field turns the first one into a sheep. And then he's got to continue a cycle until, you know, mana runs out. So the projectile transmutation field has always been good against enemies. It's kind of like the explosive death, but proximity based. Any projectiles that get within that circle are screwed. Right, where's the big saw? It's very rare to find, actually. Oh, that's the spells to power again. Again, the spells to power one was wonderful until I realized castellate was an issue. Right. We're not getting incoming. So yeah, the sheep can be a great distraction. So at least it can get rid of the problem. That is going on the Wall of Heroes. We've seen that. The problem with this is you might want to make a requirement spell or something like that. Wand. Because obviously having two different wands going like this. And we can get rid of the Mega SawBlade that way. It's a hero, you know, it is a hero of the anti-SawBlade Pain Society. Done good work. How about aiming arc? Now, aiming arc, the projectile rotates towards the direction you are aiming. Not bad. Definitely works in terms of I am pushing. As you can see, my cursor is always pushing. Actually, no, I'm idle at the moment. It just happens my cursor is looking a certain direction, but as soon as I look away, they come back. So an enemy could distract you in that regard. It works, though. And it keeps them going. And I can... Right, the auto-aim is based off momentum. It might be different on mouse and keyboard, so you might want to do your own little checks on that. But as if you fall down, they gain speed. If you try and go up, they do go up. They're not that... Yeah, bro. Oh, hold on. Wait. Ah, I see what's happening, right? If I shoot them over there, I find it harder to move them away from me. With the auto aim, right? If I am looking to move the saw blades away from me, it's why it's easy to move them in a circle. They still want to naturally come to me. So, say I move these to the right now, I'll find an easier time doing so, you see? But then, I find it harder to move them to the left. So, as soon as you understand that, never, you know, never look the opposite direction to your SawBlade, otherwise, you know, they're going to want to get close to you. Hero, it is, because you could use aiming arc really successfully. I'm not going to tell you everything about how you should live your life with this, but... Oh, I'll tell you what, Deceleration? Of course they will get to you eventually if you stand still, but we could not do this before. We've decelerated the shot, so they don't pick up acceleration. Ow. The one problem with these SawBlades is their acceleration the further you get away from them. Because if they are fast, you're not going to be able to get out of the way as fast, right? So the slower they are, the better they are. Hero! Oh, right, they've got no one. Yeah, you see what I mean? They pick up speed, and now they slow down. But they pick up speed again. Slow down, pick up speed. So you always want them to be slower. We talked about the repulsion field before, the perk repulsion field. The full circle one, not the sector. Like, if you play your cards right, and you start them spinning around you, like, and get them as slow as possible before you stop moving, the repulsion will do the rest of the work. However, if they're coming from off-screen, the repulsion, no, it's not strong enough. So, ow! I got teleported. Right, anything else? Long distance cast basically just helps the, you know, beginning. Anti-gravity. I'll tell you what, it keeps them above me. He gets them above me if I'm below me. Technically, if you're always fighting upward, you know, it works. No, they centralize above you. Because they want to get to you, but they've got anti-gravity problems, they'll always, you know, stand above you. However, if you charge at them, they run away. If I drop, they still don't hit me. It's a winner. Well, all we're looking to do is to find things that will assist you in not getting hit. Not like you are guaranteed not to get hit, but just assist you. Auto aim makes projectile turn towards the nearest visible enemy. That's gonna be no good. We need to find enemies for one. Auto aim, I thought, was more, it turns your wand for you, basically. Like if I... How does it actually do that? There's nothing that can actually do that. Nothing can control where you look, apart from, you know, your machinery. So how would that work? And where is everybody? How big is the radius as well of influence in something like that? Well, find me someone else, please. There you go. I'll try and get this closer to him. You see, it didn't even... we forced that on them, but it's not really homing in, you know? It's not even resisting them. Ain't doing jack shit, that. Trash. Slithering path. Makes projectile move rapidly in a slithering manner, like a snake. Ooh. Yeah, they slither back to you, which that's going to make it a lot worse to avoid in the first place. Hell no. But I got a shield. Shield was great, wasn't it? So I've got a nice little, you know, slot. So we've got those at the moment that are really nice and, you know, can work with. Yeah, linear arc was part of that as well. No, cardinal directions it wasn't, sorry. Cardinal directions was... so it did work a little bit in, you know, you still had to dance around though, you know? You had to dance around on the spot. I'm only giving it a, you know, greatest success story. If it means you can basically stand still or, like, guaranteed. The other one, what was it? The linear arc. When it's coming towards you, what happened was, you know, it just had a bigger, kind of, less of a turning circle, shall we say. Which isn't really great. In the grand scheme of things. So, deceleration works. Acceleration isn't going to work. Same with accelerating homing. You might get one kill or a few, but in the end, they're going to come back to you and they're going to gain speed. Actually, they're not gaining speed, but it's still, you know. Homing in general is good in combination with these, you know? In combination with the things that work. And, yeah, that'll be part 1. One last thing, my friends. One last thing. What's the best rapid-fire one for this? One last thing. We're going to turn infestation into an add trigger. And... bit of lava. Bit of lava. Have we been dividing by 10? We'll divide by 10 infestation. Turn it into a trigger. So then summon the SawBlades will do things. Ooh, if I could have the horizontal path on it. And yeah, we'll try and protect myself with... Well, I can't, actually. Oh, yeah, I've got an idea. Take the lava off. And I'll try and protect myself from infestation making SawBlades. A lot of infestation. Huh. Is there only one main infestation doing the job? Oh, that's curious. Huh. Ah, that's the infestation hitting me, you know. It's making SawBlades out of nothing. Ah, some of the infestation is making. Oh, we'll put an add timer on it. I don't know why the SawBlade... it's just a timer on it. See ya. Absolutely safe. The problem there was too many SawBlades, not enough shield. Yeah, try and get through all that asshole. I mean, it was safe enough. And I don't have time to build stuff off 2 different ones. I thought it's... Aww. Well, that reaches the end of our little science lesson today. I hope you've enjoyed your stay, my friends. I'm Suffer of Let's Suffer Together. If you enjoy the content, we stream live at twitch.tv/Let's Suffer Together. Come and join us for some great interactive entertainment. We've also got the like button, the subscribe button, the join button, and the bell button down below. Do your, best to smash those if you fancy, if you can. I'd highly appreciate it. And, yeah. Have any questions? Have any other things that are great with the SawBlade? The Omega SawBlade. SawBlade of Destiny. Let us know down in the comment section. I'm really interested to hearing what you have to say about it, I will catch up with you soon, my friends, in the next video or the next stream. Take it easy. Stay safe. Don't get run over. Stay hydrated. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you soon. I best see you soon. If I don't see you in one piece, we're going to have words. Have a good one. Take it easy. Much love.